On the world news tonight, IBAS tasks religious leaders on strategic economic development programs. Flood alert, 20 states on edge as residents flee high-risk zones. And customs and NAFDAC strengthen ties to tackle counterfeit drugs. Good evening, good to have you join us on the World News tonight. Do you love and care about Rivers State and our peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. It's a task we must accomplish. You can watch Rstv News live on YouTube and Facebook at Rstv Online. You can subscribe and click the notification bells for update on our live feeds. My name is Ibigoni Kalio. Rivers State Administrator Vice Admiral retired Ibokebas has charged the permanent secretaries to uphold the highest standards of accountability, due process, and policy execution in the rules as administrative leaders. Vice Admiral Ebas gave the charge during the swearing-in ceremony of 8 new permanent secretaries at Executive Chambers of Government House, Port Harcourt. Tamnobaribi Ibuluwo reports.
The swearing-in ceremony of the new permanent secretaries marked a significant step in strengthening the administrative framework of the Rivers State government to deliver improved services and ease policy implementation. Vice Admiral Ebas stated that they should work for the stability of the public service, clarity of policy direction, and demonstrate integrity in operations of government.
With deep honor and a clear sense of responsibility, that I inaugurate the newly appointed permanent secretaries into the Rivers State Civil Service. This ceremony signifies more than a routine administrative exercise. It is a solemn reaffirmation of our commitment to institutional reform, performance-based leadership, and purposeful service delivery. You are being called to serve at a time when Rivers State is undergoing a delicate, necessary transition, unmarked by the charge by His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, to restore peace, stability, and good governance to our dear state.
The administrator also urged them to drive institutional reforms, embrace innovation and digital transformation while eliminating inefficiency in service delivery. Vice Admiral Ebas also called on them to challenge the status quo, foster a culture of excellence, and restore public confidence in governance through their actions.
The civil service is the heartbeat of any administration. Your emergence, therefore, is not only timely, but strategic. As permanent secretaries, you are not merely administrative heads, you are stewards of public trust, custodians of due process, and the drivers of policy implementation. The stability of the service, the clarity of policy direction, and the integrity of government transactions depend largely on your capacity to lead with accountability and foresight. Your appointments today must be seen as a direct contribution to that national mandate.
The newly appointed permanent secretaries are Emayami Roslyn Ephraim George, Dabite Sukari George, Subeten Duke Harry, Loretta Davis Dimpa, Uche Idozu, Jeremiah Egu, Nicholas Imenabo Wokuma, and Vera Sam Dike. Tamuno Barabi Iblubo, Rstv News.
Rivers State Administrator Vice Admiral retired Ibok Ebas has called on religious organizations across Nigeria to develop strategic economic growth that will foster industrial growth, create sustainable employment opportunities, and tackle youth unemployment. Vice Admiral Abbas made the appeal when he received a delegation from the Niger Delta Synod of the Presbyterian Church of Nigeria, led by the moderator, Right Reverend Noyi Ubi Aripo, during a courtesy visit at the Government House, Port Harcourt. Again, Tam Nobaribi Ibulubo reports.
The administrator of Rivers State recognized the important role faith-based organizations must play in shaping society and urged them to support collaborative efforts that will align spiritual leadership and economic empowerment, expressing concern over the rising moral decadence in society despite the proliferation of religious groups. Vice Admiral Abbas urged church leaders to intensify efforts in mentoring youths, combating social vices such as cultism and drug abuse, and promoting environmental stewardship.
We need to work together to let the children know that we can't have a nation of people who don't want others to live. As adults also, I think we also have a responsibility to support the advocacy on environmental stewardship and sanitation.
Reflecting on his personal upbringing, the administrator acknowledged the Presbyterian Church contribution to stability and moral guidance in Rivers State and in the Niger Delta region. He assured the delegation that the state government would participate in the Niger Delta Synod's 10th anniversary celebrations and consider their request.
I also acknowledge the long-standing contributions to stability and moral guidance in Rivers and Niger Delta area where you superintend, and therefore emphasize that religious institutions remain essential partners in efforts to sustain peace and restore confidence in governance.
Right Reverend Adipo commended Vice Admiral Abbas for maintaining peace, stabilizing governance, and ensuring effective public service delivery in Rivers State. He extended an official invitation to the administrator for the Synod's anniversary while affirming the church's commitment to praying for the success of his administration. The meeting underscored the importance of partnership between government and religious institutions in fostering economic growth, youth development, and societal well-being. Tamu Nobarabi Iblubo, Rstv News.
The Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational and Associated Institutions of Federal Polytechnic Ekowe Southern Ijo Local Government Area of Bayelsa State has embarked on a protest over the withheld June 2025 salaries and check-off dues. Protesting workers shut down the institution's liaison office in the lodge of the rector, Lukman Adegoke, in Bayelsa State. NASO accused the director of executive rascality and abuse of office for disregarding the window given to them to settle out of court when the union went on strike between April 28th and June 30 this year to demand the amounts of withheld check-off dues. Bayelsa State Chairman of NASO, Comrade Nelson Ibimie, told the newsmen that only 2 months of the check-off dues have been released, describing the rector's actions as overbearing, maintaining that the liaison office will remain under lock and key until the right thing is done for the welfare of its members. The Nigerian Customs Services and National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control have committed to jointly tackle the influx of illicit pharmaceutical products and harmful substances into the country. They made the pledge when the Controller General of Customs, Adewale Adeniyi, visited the Director General of NAFDAC, Moji Adeyeye, at her office in Abuja, which culminated in inaugurating a joint implementation committee aimed at enforcing the terms of a strategic memorandum of understanding between the two agencies in 2024. Speaking during the visit, Adeniyi reaffirmed the customs' unwavering commitment of the agreement. Residents in floodplains across 20 states have begun relocating following a recent warning of impending floods in the states by the Nigerian Meteorological Agency. In its July flood alert released, NIMET